Listen, we all heard it before. People can't save money, and then there's people who say they can save money. So, in this video, we're going to go back and forth with the tug of war here with people who literally explain why they can't save money in this economy, and then people who actually can save money. And we're going to compare the differences. Subscribe if you like the content. Let's get into it.
I get so sick and tired of seeing the financial advice being given on here because it just seems very tone deaf. Now, not everyone has the same level of financial security, which we already know, but some of y'all are telling people to budget and cut spending and this and that. You cannot cut spending or out budget a bad economy. Like we're seeing in real time, massive layoffs, jobs not hiring, the smoke and mirrors being lifted, unemployment at an all-time high, and y'all are telling people to cut out coffee or as if buying a coffee is going to be the reason make or break the budget for this month. Like y'all are telling people to cut everything they do that brings them a little bit of joy in this messed up world, as if that's going to do anything. Like I seen a person saying that rich people right now are not spending, they're saving everything they have. And the truth is, rich people are still confused if we're in a recession or not. They're still investing, they're still moving as if nothing's changed. Because they literally bank off chaos and destruction like this happening to the average person so they can make their money. So like people acting like we can just budget and cut spending when everything is literally crap right now.
So the thing that I hear here is she's being a victim. All right, that's the first thing. Okay, if you actually agree with this, then you got to let me know what in the world has you thinking like this. Because for one, you can budget your way through a bad economy. The thing is, you control your own economy. If you're making money, if you have cash flow, if you have a 9 to 5, you can budget. You do have the power to lower your living expenses. You do have the power to save money and invest money. It might be a small amount, but it is still the principle about it. Okay. She is explaining that people shouldn't have to stop buying Starbucks, people shouldn't have to stop doing things that actually make them happy in this terrible economy, right? But here's the truth. It's called discipline. You think every day I want to show up to the gym, or 5 days a week show up to the gym? No. And some days I don't show up 5 days a week, but most of the days I do. And what is the result of that? Having a body that most men don't have. Now they can get the same result, but they have to have discipline. They have to push away the plate. They have to watch what they eat. They got to show up to the gym consistently. Same thing with your finances. You got to watch what you spend. You got to watch what you swipe on. You got to watch the debt you get into. I don't think anybody can convince me that they can't save money because they're doing something with the money. And if they have to give up the money that they could have saved, then what are the things that you can let go of? Because we can all shed some skin. That's how you grow. Even snakes know that. In order to grow, you got to shed the old skin. Then you grow bigger. Your account, your savings account, start small. It might start small with a little $20. Okay, cool. You keep stacking that 20, guess what? It's going to turn into 100 one day. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you like the content.
For the people who called me immoral for my unethical money saving tips, here are some ethical ones just for you.
So before we even get into the ethical saving money tips, because she did go viral for saying some crazy stuff like going to a hotel and eat the breakfast for free, and they're not going to be able to tell that you actually booked a room or not. That is insane to me. But before we get into her ethical reasons or how-tos on how to save money, I want to let you all know that if you are interested with monetizing your own YouTube channel so you can make passive income, I'm going to show y'all my own YouTube income right now as of today's date. Here we go right here. I'm just showing you all proof so you know it's real. All right. No edits, none of that. You can see this is my YouTube Studio app. So far, in the last 28 days, almost $300 has been made. And when we look at the month-to-month basis, we are growing rapidly. And I'm not viral at all. You see these numbers. We got monetized in February. I made $86. March, we made $119. And so far in April, it's only the middle of the month, we're at $238. So again, If you guys are interested with monetizing your own YouTube channel, having multiple streams of income, then join the Cash Flow Creators Club. Link is in the description down below. And yes, again, this is my channel. Okay, let's get back to it.
Keep your gas tank above the halfway mark. I don't understand the science behind it. I just know that it works. You're going to get way better gas mileage that way. Go to beauty schools for your haircuts and hair needs. When you call to book an appointment, you can ask for somebody who's about to graduate, and that way you have somebody who has more experience if you're feeling nervous about getting your haircut by a student. But remember to be nice because they're students and they're learning, and you traded your head for a $10 haircut. So keep the oven door open after you bake something for extra heat. Along the same lines, avoid baking in the summer. Just try to use the stovetop or even the grill outside. When you get to the grocery store, take 5 minutes to look at the grocery store app and clip all the coupons that might apply to you and look and see what their sales are. If you get EBT or food stamps, you can get double your money at certain farmers markets if you're buying from local farmers directly. I'm not sure if that works for WIC. If somebody could let me...
So I'm just going to say this flat out. Those sound like great ideas, but I think this is keeping people in a poverty mindset. Let me be clear. This will never help somebody make more money. And the problem is, well, there's two problems here. People usually spend more when they make more, and they don't know how to capitalize on their time, meaning they're trading their time for money, and they don't have any assets generating them income 24/7. If you leave your phone charger in the wall and it's using power, then your money is getting drained slowly because you got to pay the electric bill. But when you clock off of your 9 to 5, you're not making money anymore because you're clocked off. You should have something working for you in the background, just like that outlet is taking money from your pocket, just like your HVAC or your heating or whatever, it is taking money from your wallets, from your bank accounts. Why don't you have money coming in when you're not working? Get what I'm saying? So my ideology about this, cool, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do to create a little savings budget, you know what I'm saying? But we need to first focus on having principles on how wealthy people view money. It's not something to spend, it's something to invest. It's a tool. When you learn how to make more money, you should already know that you should not increase your living expenses. You should not increase your living expenses. As a matter of fact, you should figure out how to decrease them even more. Why do you think companies have layoffs? They want money back into the business. Employees are one of the biggest expenses when it comes down to a business. Rent and a mortgage is one of the biggest expenses to an individual or a family. How can we chop that up? Let me know if you agree or disagree with that in the comment section.
I'm 32 years old, right? So I'm a millennial, and I hate when people that are older than me tell me, hey, you gotta save money. And I'm just like, for fucking what? Like, what is, at this point, what is the fuck? I'm gonna enjoy my shit. They'll tell you shit like, you gotta have money for an emergency. Bitch, every single day is an emergency. Yesterday was an emergency. Today's an emergency. Tomorrow's, I live in the emergency. But like at this point, fuck saving. Like nothing's going down in price. Like back in the day, you can get a fucking nice house for like $350,000. You ain't finding a nice house for $350,000. You could find a fixer-upper for like $1 million plus. And your friend that's trying to be a real estate agent is telling you there's never been a better time to buy. Fuck y'all too, man. If you didn't come from money, like if your family doesn't have money, everybody right now is just trying to figure out a way to make money work for them. You know at least 6 people in a pyramid scheme right now. There's people still buying crypto like this is gonna take off. I just bought into Gullible coin and I heard that shit's gonna skyrocket. Or another one that I like is like put your money in a high yield savings account. What's spare money? Spare money? Or am I gonna put that extra fucking grand in a high yield savings account and make $10 a year, build a fucking empire? Just fucking spend it, dude. It's $20 to get a—
Oh man, this is terrible advice. Now you know how so many people say they can't save. They're saying these things in their head. Oh, $10? What are you gonna earn? Just this much interest? I learned recently that when you acquire an asset or when you have a portfolio or when you have, again, value in an asset, something that can make you money, you can borrow against that. And I used to be completely against the borrowing, getting into debt thing. But the thing is, that's what the wealthy do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the rich do. They do that because the cash will make more money than it does to borrow it. And they can rinse and repeat. But they don't have to risk their cash because their cash is in their asset. You don't want to sell the asset. You know what I'm saying? This dude is giving people terrible advice because he doesn't believe that you can actually build from the ground up. This is what it means to come out the mud, by the way. Like, you're not going to, yeah, most of us weren't born into rich families. Okay, cool. But it has to start somewhere. And maybe you don't want to be the richest man in the world, but if you want some type of freedom, if you want to stop worrying about how much stuff costs and how much has been hiked up, and you want to have that mindset of like, ooh, this hiked up, okay, this industry is up and this industry is down now. Let me go ahead and move my money and invest into this so I can make a bag. That's how the, you know what I'm saying? There's two different mindsets to it. People complain about prices and then people who see a way to capitalize off of investing, but it has to start from somewhere. When I first started investing, I had a Robinhood account. I had like $14 in there. I thought it was nothing. All right. But over time, as I had little side hustles, cutting the grass, working my job, putting a 10% of every paycheck into that Robinhood account, it easily grew to over $4,000. You know what I'm saying? And that was just within like a couple of months. That wasn't a full year of working the 9 to 5 and putting 10% in there. So I'm like, oh, like now I got some money to make me money. I'm making $2, $3, $4, $5, $600 off of my $4,000 or my $2,000 that I invested. The other $2,000 is like just in case I got to make a power play. You get what I'm saying? But this type of mindset is weak, and I don't agree with it. And I believe people can change their life, but you have to change. You can't look at your money and be like, oh, this is so small. Like, you can always do that. Somebody can always look at your account and be like, oh, that's it. Why would you be the one to say that about your own money? If it's so small, then why don't you just keep it somewhere and invest it instead of spending it? If it's just $10, what can you get with $10 these days? 2 gallons of gas? That's not a lot, right? So you might as well go ahead and put that $10 in the investment and then make money. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you agree or disagree.
Here's 5 frugal things I do to save money as someone who took out $160,000 in student loans and is trying to pay it back. The first one is I don't turn on the heat. I'll really bundle up at home, and I have 2 comforters which I wrap myself around when I sleep at night. Next, I only have coffee at home, and I kind of do like a double espresso, which will cost me about 8 cents a cup, which is a lot more affordable than Starbucks. I also don't really buy any drinks and mostly just drink water from my Brita pitcher. So no canned soda or fizzy drinks at all. Next one's pretty obvious, but I try to cook most of my meals instead of eating out. And I try to make things that are very cost effective, such as chicken or eggs or potatoes. Cheap to buy, but filling and nutritious. And the last thing is I don't pay for gym membership. I sort of have a setup at home already with adjustable weights and a Peloton. There was some upfront costs about 4 years ago, but it was worth the investment.
100%. I agree with most of what he's saying, except for the first one. But let's start with the gym thing first. Obviously, I go to the gym. I like working out around people. It's like a motivator. I don't know. Maybe it's the testosterone in me. I'm just like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just something about being around people who are working on improving themselves. And I'm like, let's get it. It just boosts me up. You know what I'm saying? The other things that he mentioned was meal prepping and simplifying his meals. This is one of the top money saving things that I have ever done these past couple months. Because believe it or not, I used to not meal prep. You know what I'm saying? I used to track my food, but now I do both. I'm like, yeah, it's boring, but all I do is get chicken breast. I get some type of vegetable on the side. I get a protein yogurt, a protein shake, and a coconut water. I'm good. I'm full of nutrients, vitamins, and everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's healthy. And it's low carb. So I'm going to stay fit. You get what I'm saying? Not only that, but being able to know how much you're willing to spend on food. Now, one of the things that he said that I disagree with that I wouldn't be doing is he said, like, he don't turn on the heat. Like, bro, I'm good on that. I'm going to be comfortable if I'm paying for a place for me to live. Maybe a space heater at least, like plug it up into the wall. But, hey, he's a real one for that one. Let me know if you would be able to live under these circumstances in the comment section down below, or if you're not willing to. Subscribe if you like the content. And again, if you guys are interested with monetizing your own YouTube channel, making passive income, then go ahead and join the Cashflow Creators Club. A link is in the description down below. Let's get it.